I started this channel right before the pandemic started, and it kind of ballooned from there. And in starting the channel, I talked to a lot of first-time home buyers that were sitting on the sidelines because they were scared of a crash. And I think those of you that did not buy during the pandemic when interest rates were low and home prices were lower than they are now may have some regrets of that, or you're still thinking that there's going to be a crash, which, a crash could be relative. Generally, it's over a 20% decline, or it is something, or you're just thinking that, home values are going to decline. So I want to share some data with you and propose a two-pronged strategy that might give you some comfort knowing that, okay, if home values do decline, I can take advantage of that and perhaps get a rental property, but I'm still going to get in the game now because long term, I will be fine financially if I buy a house, as long as you're buying a house that you can afford. And I have several videos about that, so I'm not going to go over that here, but I'm going to go through very quickly for the last 20 years if home prices have increased or decreased. And I'm going to put a link below as well so you can see the home values. So let's go back to 2004. So 2004 home values went up 13.64%. 2005 they went up 13.51%. 2006, they went up 1.73%. Now we'll have 5 years of declines. This was a Great Recession. 2007 went down 5.4%. 2008 went down 12%. 2009 went down 3.85%. 2010 went down 4.11%. 2011 went down 3.88%. Now, after those 5 years of declines, we are going to have, since 2011, that was the last decline, home values have gone up since then. So now we have 6.44 in 2012, 10.71 2013, 4.51 in 2014, 2015, 5.2, 2016, 5.3, 2017, 6.21, 2018, 4.52, 2019, 3.68, 2020, 10.43, 2021, 18.87, 2022, 5.65, 2023, 5.56%. So overall, for the most part, we can go back to the 80s or so, that home values have increased. So even if there is a decline for a couple of years, if you hold on to that property for the long term, it's kind of just like the stock market. The stock market doesn't go up every single year, but on average, they're going to average about a 10% return. So I don't want you to be too scared about purchasing property. If you're purchasing for the long term, I say 7 to 10 years, and you're also purchasing something that's going to be in your budget. That's going to be about 25 to 35% maximum of your take home pay. And I've done this video that talks about how much home you can potentially afford. All right, so this is a two-pronged strategy that I was talking about. So number one, you can purchase a home long term. And then number two, if the fear is there that there's going to be some decline in home values, I want you to see that almost as an opportunity, that you may keep the home that you're going to live in long term, but you'll be able to take advantage of any declines in the real estate market and potentially get a rental property or other, real estate at a discount. But you have to be prepared for that, because a lot of times if you already have an owner occupant property, then you're going to be buying a rental property that's going to require a higher down payment, anywhere between 10% for your second home or up to 20% for a full investment property. So if you're thinking, I want to be able to do both, I want to get a home that I'm going to live in, and I'm going to get a home that I can potentially invest in if home prices decline, then you want to start saving up for that investment property as well. That could be a two-pronged strategy that allows you to do two things at once without being so worried about a potential crash. Because in the long term, home values do generally go up. And even if they go down for a couple of years, if we do see a recession, they will rebound. And that's why it's important for you to think long term about home ownership. I hope this helps you a little bit, kind of see the numbers and feel a little bit more comfortable with buying a home. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments.